Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the cold control in a tap-in refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair, should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a Phillips and a flat blade screwdrivers. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new cold control. This cold control is located inside the fresh food section on the top inside the control panel. It controls the temperature inside the unit by adjusting the compressor running time. If the temperature inside the unit is fluctuating and you can't effectively adjust it by turning the control knob, or the fridge is not running at all and the garbage bag is filled up with what used to be your money, or the situation is quite the opposite and the items in the fresh food section are getting frozen, check the cold control and replace it if needed. To get to the part, we need to open the freezer door. I am inside the fresh food compartment and I'm going to take out this single Phillips screw using a Phillips screwdriver. To remove the control panel now, we need to just slide it back slightly to free the two tabs here. Next, I'm going to release this sensor bulb from the two clips here. And now I can pull the sensor bulb completely out. My next step would be using that flat blade screwdriver, disconnect the wire harness from the cold control. I'm going to start with this green ground wire and then those two. And now we need to pry this knob off using the same flat blade screwdriver. And I'm going to pry it off. Now we have these two Phillips screws, so we need to remove them to free the cold control. So I'm using the same Phillips screwdriver I used earlier. And I'm going to take those two screws off. Don't lose them. We're going to use them with the new cold control. And now we're going to remove this cold control from the control panel. So we've got here our old cold control, and we need to remove this insulation tube. So we're going to use it on the new one. Straighten this 90 degrees and I can slide it off. This is the old cold control next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from AppliancePartsPros.com. Our next step would be place this insulation tube onto this bulb of this cold control. For that purpose, I would need to unwrap that sensor bulb. Doing that, keep in mind that it's tube and it's soft and you easily can break it if you try hard. And I'm going to start dressing it up. Bring it all the way through here. And at this point, we are going to install it, and then we're going to bend it, shape it up inside the fridge. Alright, so we've got here our new cold control. This is our control panel. It's going to be mounted here like that. So we need to bend this tube soft half turn around so it will fit through this cutout. Something like that, and we can adjust it on the run. Our next step would be to mount this cold control. We need to use those couple of small Phillips screws right there. Okay, we're gonna align one hole, and using a Phillips screwdriver, we're gonna install one screw. Don't tighten it yet. I'm gonna align the second hole and install the second screw. Tighten them both and place the knob on. See that we have this wide side on this cold control, and we got this flat side on the knob. We're gonna match them and push on, support the cold control from the back. That's it. I'm gonna turn it over, and we're going to connect these two wires. It doesn't matter which goes where, but it was like that. And then the ground wire goes right here. I'm gonna bend this sensor so it will go right in here. And then we need to go all the way to the back. All right, next I'm going to bend this sensor bulb where the insulation ends. I'm going to bend it 90 degrees. Again, remember, it's hollow and it's filled with a gas, so don't do sharp bends. And now I'm going to straighten this portion. And I'm going to extend it to the back and insert that 90 degrees bend into this air duct from the left side. So I need to insert this end of the sensor bulb into the tube. You can see this middle portion of the tube. It goes all the way to the end on the left. So we need to get right in the tube. Right there, and press it on. It's in. Next, I'm going to place the sensor into these two holders at the top. Now I'm going to install the control panel back. First of all, we need to make sure that the sensor bulb goes into this cutout here at the back. Then the front. Okay, I've got two cutouts here on the top. The tabs goes in. And I'm going to bring it up. Again, make sure that the sensor is in the cutout. And now I'm going to secure it with a single Phillips screw at the back here. I'm using a Phillips screwdriver. And now, when we're done, we can close the freezer door. Plug the fridge back in and make sure it's cooling. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.